Hey guys, TwitchJCB here. I would like to share my thoughts on the remake Battletoads that was developed by Dlala Studios and released in 2020. With this being treated as a remake, they decided to take the series in a different direction with adding familiar events into the game. We first start off with choosing our character, Zitz, Pimple and Rash, who have appeared in the previous games. Once that is done, we get ourselves thrown into the first cutscene as we first discovered they decided to take the comedy into the Adult Swim direction, which I found hilarious as we learn that the Toads have been trapped into a fantasy simulator for 26 years to discover later waking up that they are people living a normal life that wants to get their glory back to set off an adventure once again to find parts from their past. The game is a beat 'em up style as we go through the stages tussling with the bad guys and making our way through. There are many different actions we can perform as we have our basic strikes to pound on the enemy and our smash attack that deals a heavy blow to push them away. This also helps out with breaking their defenses if they tend to block. Another thing is the launch button as we can push our enemies into the air and do aerial combos. It's fun trying out new combinations and ideas with the options we have at our disposal. There's even more as we have the ability to spit out gum to put them in their place, which helps out disable their abilities, and our tongue mechanic that can be used to pull or get them closer to control the spacing. The tongue and spit features do help with the stage's environment as well for progression or recovering our health. In terms of defense, we can dash to evade enemy attacks. This will help us to not get hurt and create space for the next opportunity to attack. We can create large combos as well if we don't get hit as the combo count continues on. The characters have their differences between them as Zitz is fast on his feet, Pimple packs a punch, and Rash is the balanced one. We can change at any time during the stages with a press of a button, and if one of the Toads loses all of their health, then the other tags in to help out. There are different gameplay elements that switches things up, as one of these being a return to using the hover vehicles and dodging the obstacles that are coming right towards us to test our reflex skills. It brings back a classic moment from the previous games as we don't always go through each level just beating up the bad guys. Other alternative gameplay styles are involved as we get placed into moments that require puzzles and timing to proceed on through, and other genres such as shoot-em-ups and 2D style platforming. The last two mentioned does tend to go longer than the others and ruins the flow of the stages, however the other gameplay ideas were fine as it doesn't distract too much from the beat 'em up style as we can get right back into the action. I do enjoy the creativity that is being brought to the table from a variety of gameplay segments being thrown at us to test our skills and put in the suspense to the next of what's going to happen next. The art style changed a lot with this reboot as it decided to go into a different direction compared to the past. This has been designed to fit the Adult Swim comedy as even the main villain of the story doesn't feel like it could be taken seriously. It feels like the dialogue was in the front seat position to make sure the design is suited for it. Overall, the Battletoads Remake is a nice try from the developers as they wanted to go with the comedy approach of the characters but keeps in great modern beat 'em up mechanics along with switching up the style of gameplay to keep ourselves up on our feet and enjoy this new remake experience. If any of you guys have any experience with this game, feel free to share in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day.